Good morning. Today we're, I think it's series or episode 19, and we are on 2nd Nephi, chapter 5, verse 18. And Nephi and his family has separated from Laman and Lemuel, so now we have Nephites and Lamanites. I don't think we've described it like that yet, but that's what they are, so I'll probably use that. And we see here that after they built the temple and everything, they wanted Nephi to be their king, and was desirous that he was desirous that they should have no king. But he talks about the prophecy that he would be their ruler and teacher, which he was of his older brother, and as well he says until he left. But we come down here and remember what we said that was promised to Nephi about, inasmuch as ye keep the commandments, you shall prosper. And then there's the second part, inasmuch as they will not hearken unto the words, they shall be cut off from the presence of the Lord. And behold, they were cut off from his presence. Now, I think it's kind of sad that they break up these verses like this. They weren't originally, I don't think. It's just how they broke them up, because I feel that it should go, inasmuch as they will not hearken unto the words, they shall be cut off from the presence of the Lord. And behold, they were cut off from his presence, and he had caused the cursing to come upon them, yea, even a sore cursing, because of their iniquity. And then full stop. You see how that works, that the cursing there is being cut off from the presence of the Lord when you read it that way. And then it describes what happens because they're cut off and they are cursed, that they harden their hearts against him. This is why they had been cursed, and that they become not enticing to the people. It does mention the skin of blackness, but that's not the cursing. So many people get it wrong that they think the skin of blackness that comes upon them is the cursing. That's not it. It just separates the people. And it says that they would be loathsome unto the people, say if they repent. In other words, they're just trying to keep them from mixing there. And then those that do mix will be cursed even with the same cursing. Now, nowhere in the scriptures does it say, oh, well, these people left the Nephites and their skin turned black. No, it doesn't say that. They do say they're cursed with the same cursing. But they never show that they have that. They do. One group, at least, identifies themselves by putting a tattoo on their head, so they fulfill that themselves just by tattooing themselves. But nothing says that the cursing is being black. And so many people in the church, there has been so many people, there's never been anybody that I know that loves the gospel, that is taught in the gospel, who and none of the brethren that I know of in the 12 apostles or the 70s or anything like that have ever taught that the blackness was the cursing. The only people that I've ever heard accuse the church of that there is this discrepancy, is either has fallen away, either because they think that is right and that they should follow that, and then they become against people of color, or it's people who think it's wrong to do that and they think the church is wrong for having that in there. That's not the whole thing. That's nothing to do with it. And nobody who knows anything about these scriptures would come up with that. You see enough evidence in there, in this book, where the Lamanites become more righteous, and they still have the same skin, but they become more righteous. It's just silly for people to have that argument. Anyway, there's a lot more in here than I get to say. We see that 30 years pass, and then he says this thing, and it came to pass we lived after the manner of happiness. That's a whole discussion in itself. I want to leave with this thought. We lived after the manner of happiness. What does that mean? And especially when we're talking here about a people who love the Lord. And I'm going to leave that for today, and I hope you have a wonderful day.